What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Whatnot Entertainment. So today I want to go over a little bit of how to recoup money after you buy equipment. Right now, I've seen on Facebook where a lot of DJs are asking, how much money they should charge their clients to be able to get their equipment paid off to the point to where they're making a profit. So that's what we're going to discuss a little bit today. And obviously I'm not going to give any of the prices on how much I charge clients for the packages, but I will give some ideas on how you can use the tools to better recoup the money that you spent for your equipment before you start actually making what is a profit. Now, right now, I am sitting approximately with Whatnot Entertainment about $25,000 for the equipment. Now, the way that I like to do this is I like to break it up into an 18-month interval. So that basically gives me 18 months to to recoup that $25,000 that was spent on the equipment before the company actually starts making a profit. So right now we have $25,000 approximately for the equipment, and then if we divide that by 18, that means that every month the company needs to do events to equal $1,388.89. Or what I like to do is just round it up to $1,400. So that means after 18 months, so that means right there that if we only do the events that will bring in $1,400 a month, Whatnot Entertainment will recoup all that investment for the equipment in 18 months flat. Now, obviously, we'll be able to recoup that money a lot quicker since our prices vary between what the client wants for services and what the price is. Now, we do not have any pre-made packages. That is just something that we do not offer here at Whatnot Entertainment because, we can set up 3 packages, basic, a medium, and the big package. But, you might have a client that wants, the basic package, but they want one item from the most expensive package brought over. So then you have to figure out exactly how much money, you're going to charge for that one item, bring it over, and calculate it from there, and vice versa. Now, each of our items are all priced out individually. So, everybody gets the computer, the controller, the 10-channel mixer, the speakers, and the light array. Everybody automatically gets that. And then from there, the customers add in if they want uplighting, if they want cold sparks, if they want the photo booth, if they want dance on the clouds, so on and so forth. I mean, there's a lot of services that we offer that we add in to that, obviously changes the amount of that package. Now, obviously, Whatnot Entertainment started back in January of 2020. So this company has now been going for 2 years. 2020, we didn't really have anything. Had a couple of private parties. I ended up DJing my own wedding, but we didn't really have anything going on because of the COVID. 2021, COVID was still going on. States were reopening and everything, but you know, still kind of hard getting back into the swing of things. We did have a few weddings last year that we DJ'd at, but um, you know, that money that we made from those weddings, you know, we were able to pay off a couple pieces of equipment. So what we do from there is the weddings that we have booked right now for this year, 2022, we're taking into account all that money that is being brought in. We are calculating, you know, hey, what items of equipment have we purchased that these weddings are going to pay off. Now, obviously, you know, we have, you know, here very recently bought more equipment. You know, we have the uplighting, we have the cold spark machines, we have the photo booth, and there's some more equipment that was bought. I can't remember off the top of my head everything that's been bought, but it's been a lot of equipment. So, with that being said, I mean, the big thing is you don't want to do astronomical prices trying to recoup the money from your equipment quicker. You obviously want to be realistic. You know, you don't want to be a DJ that will, you know, go out and spend $25,000, and let me get my calculator here real quick, and say you want to get that stuff paid off in 6 months. You know, you'd have to make $4,200 a month or $1,000 a week. Is that possible if you're a good DJ? Yes, that is very possible. But the good DJs have also been in this industry for quite a while. I've been doing this for 13 years. So the good DJs are going to think more on, you know, it's going to take me a little bit to get this equipment paid off, so I'm going to, you know, keep my prices reasonable, because now, you know, there's a whole new breed of DJs out there. You have DJs that will just use their phone to set playlists up and connect it to the big system. You have DJs that will only use a computer set to, you know, set it through a mix, you know, say for example a 10-channel mixer, and play it through the big system. But the computer and the phone do the auto mix for them. You know, you can fade in music, but there's a lot of features that you can't do. Now, those DJs also don't cost as much as, you know, a veteran or advanced DJ will charge, that uses a system like what I have. Now, my system, which is a pretty, you know, good sized system. Let me see if I can pick this up without knocking anything over. You know, my system is the controller. You know, I have my jog wheels. I have, you know, special effects sounds on this. I have special beat effects on this. You know, there's a lot I can do with music that you cannot do with a computer. There is mixing I can do that you cannot do with a computer. So that right there is stuff that you have to take into account as well. You know, DJs that use this kind of system, or they use turntables, you know, they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but, you know, those DJs are also more in tune with beat mixing, you know, doing, you know, making their own remixes of songs, or doing remixes of a couple of songs, putting them together. You know, for example, I have not personally tried doing this remix myself, but there's a DJ that I follow. He did a remix of Bye 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 by NSYNC, and he did the hold on just a second here, let me find the name of this other song real quick, that way I have the right song. It's a remix of Bye 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 by NSYNC and Jump Around by House of Pain. And it's actually a really amazing remix. Sounds fantastic. You know, that is something that is hard to do on the computer. But the point is, you know, especially if you are a new DJ beginning out in the career of DJing and everything and offering services, you know, you don't want to charge an astronomical amount of price where, you know, you're not going to really make that, you're not going to get the business to make that money back because your prices are just too astronomically high. You know, my prices vary from below 1,000 or just below 1,000 to, you know, several thousand, depending upon what services people want. And, you know, the clients I speak with, and the clients that I get, they actually like the way that I have my system set up, because it makes it a lot easier, because they don't have to sit there and decide between 3 packages. You know, they're just able to say, okay, I want this, and this, what's it going to cost? And I'm able to calculate up this, and this, and be like, it's going to be this price right here. They love that quite a bit. So I take all that into account. You know, I just recently got a client. It was actually last week, which I'll give the price that client paid for her services, which was $1,800. So, which she has already, you know, she's already paid for her services. My company, we charge a non-refundable deposit, which is to mark your place on the calendar, and then the performance fee. So basically what that is I'm going to need my calculator again. So her total service was $1,800, and we charge 20%, which was $360 down. Which means she still has to pay $1,440 for the performance fee. So that $360 is a non-refundable deposit. Now, obviously, if something does happen that is out of anybody's control, you know, the non-refundable deposit can be refunded. I'm not that type of DJ where, you know, if you end up canceling your big ceremony and you just want to elope, because, you know, something's going on, you know, maybe people in the wedding party aren't getting along, families aren't getting along, or something like that, you know, 9 times out of 10, I'll go ahead and give that non-refundable deposit back. But for the most part, it is non-refundable. So the $1,440 obviously is refundable for something. You know, if the wedding gets canceled or whatever, you know, that is a refundable amount. So now this client has already paid the full $1,800. So I could take the $25,000 minus the $1,800 off of it. That means that $23,200 is still remaining to recoup from the investment in the equipment that has been made for the company. Now, obviously, her wedding is not until July, I believe it is. Is it June or July? Hers is either June or July, but anyhow. So, that money cannot be touched until the wedding is over. That way, if something happens, you still have that money to refund to the client if for some reason you have to. So none of the money can be touched until the event is completely finished and over with. And then at that point in time, you can take that money and you can start subtracting it from what your total investment is. So the day of her wedding, that'll drop my recoup down to $23,200. Other clients that I have throughout the year, which there is several of them throughout the year, that will just keep subtracting after their event is over. So that's just something that you always want to pay attention to. Keep a separate log of it. Doing this video, I just grabbed just real quick piece of loose leaf paper and my pen. Use my calculator, just throw some numbers together real quick. This video was just a spur of the moment because this is something that was asked a lot on Facebook. So I just decided to do a quick video on this. Now, with that being said, you always, obviously, you can set it up on however many months you want to plan for your own way. If you want to do it at 12 months, do it at 12 months. If you want to do it at 18 months, do it at 18 months. If you want to do it at 24 months, do it at 24 months, 36 months, so on and so forth. You figure out how many months you want to give yourself to recoup that money before your company actually starts to make a profit. And that is what you want to shoot for, is making a profit. Now, as a DJ, you're always going to be investing in new equipment. You'll always be investing in that. Right now, I'm going to be investing in more speakers later this year. Do I need more speakers? Yes and no. Why am I getting more speakers? It is to add to the amount of speakers I have. That way, if I get to a bigger venue, I'll have more speakers I can set up. This is not saying that, I don't have enough speakers, because I do. I have two sets of speakers. That gives me 4 top speakers total. So I can set speakers up in multiple rooms if I have to, or if I have a huge room, I can set these speakers up in whatever corners if I have to make sure that sound goes to where it needs to go so everybody can hear it. Obviously, the subs, I'm not going to set up multiple subs throughout a facility. My subs, I keep those directed at, I keep the subwoofers directed at the dance floor. Now I am going to be buying some more subs, that way I got backups. That way, if one of my subs goes down during an event, I can just be like, okay, well, let's go ahead and switch that off real quick. And, whoever is helping me with that event, whether it be my wife or, somebody, or, one of the other employees helping me out, I can be like, hey, go grab me the other subwoofer, get it brought in here, get it set up real quick. It's always good to have backup equipment. So, as a DJ, you will and you won't make a profit. It depends on how you do everything with buying your equipment. Now, because Whatnot Entertainment was just opened January of 2020, there's a lot of equipment that has to be purchased. I work for other DJs. I did not have any of my own equipment. The only piece of equipment that I had that was mine was my computer. So I was always using, the company's equipment. I got out of DJing in late 2018. I decided to get back into it. Beginning of 2020, started buying all the equipment. I had a lot of equipment that I had to buy from the get-go for the company. And it's been at the beginning it was a little bit of a struggle because of COVID, because I kept buying the equipment even though the company didn't have any money coming in. But now the company is doing great. So I actually should be able to recoup the money from the purchase of all the equipment before that 18-month time frame. But that also depends on how much more equipment that I continue to purchase for the company. So that's just a lot of stuff that DJs need to look at on how to recoup your money before you start actually making a profit. We're not, a lot of us DJs are not out here doing this as a livelihood. Myself and actually a large amount of other DJs I know have a regular job. This is something that I enjoy doing. I love playing around with music. I love DJing weddings. I love making a client's reception extremely memorable for them, and their guests going home being extremely happy that they were able to come and see, a great show that was put on. But, that's about all that I have for this right now. And I am going to be doing some more videos here in the future that's going to be diving a little bit more into the business side of running a DJ company. I'll also be doing some videos on the different equipment. What equipment you should always have with you, what equipment you should purchase if you don't have it. What equipment will just make things easier for you to carry on with being a DJ. And I've already uploaded a video on here talking about Vibo, which I will, of course, be doing another video on Vibo. And there's going to be a video on here as well on Honeybook, which I'm going to end up doing a couple more videos on Honeybook. All this stuff is just to make things a lot easier for everybody. All the clients that we have love the way that we do things, love the way that we have things set up. My big thing is to be able to carry on this, to be able to give other DJs the opportunity to see this type of stuff that is out there to help them out a lot more in the end. So, I want to thank everybody for checking this video out. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video to help out the algorithm. That way more people are able to see this video in the future. Hit that notification button. That way you get notified of every time that we upload a new video. And there is going to be a lot of videos that's going to be coming out over the next couple of months. I'm going to have some videos that are going to be discussing the equipment that's being used, which is going to be broken up into several videos. There's going to be one on the controller, computer, the mixer, the microphones, the speakers, the lights, the light stand, the uplighting, the cold spark machines, the photo booth, and there's a lot of other videos that are going to be made on some of the other equipment that the company uses. So, once again, I want to thank everybody for checking out this video, and I hope everybody has a safe one out there. It is cold. I know in some parts of the country the roads are very slick, so please be safe out there. and keep that music rolling. Thank you.